Tonight, the Arlington Tigers take on East High School Mustangs and look to go 2-0 to start out the season. Last week, the Tigers took home a close one against the Overton Wolverines with a score of 20-12. The Tigers' defense carried the load with a big-time forced fumble by Brock Flint that was picked up by Markham Williams for 6. The Mustangs, on the other hand, took a devastating loss to Melrose, 41-6.
Can Arlington stay hot? Can the Mustangs complete the upset? That's next on AHS Tiger Life. Good evening, I'm Nathan Reed alongside
Parker Peeler, and we've got a very anticipated matchup ahead of us between the Tigers and the Mustangs. Nathan, what you got for us?
Yeah, Park, this is going to be a really hard-fought matchup. The Tigers came out on top 48-12 last year, but losing a lot of defensive stars, this could be a completely different ballgame.
Yeah, the Tiger defense looks completely different this year, and we'll see if they can contain East quarterback Xavier Herron. They call him the king at East. The Tiger defense need to be able to keep him in the pocket. If he wreaks loose, it could wreak havoc.
Oh, yeah. Last year he had 2 crucial turnovers, and if Arlington can do that again, it's going to be their recipe to success. Looks like the Tigers are going to get the ball first here. And we are off. Off to Cam Nelson, receives it at the 10. He's going to go all the way up until looks like the 34-yard line. Good for kick.
Yeah, that was a great return. I saw a few broken tackles up there at around the 20. They got to him quick, but he maintained to break the tackles.
Yeah, it looks like junior quarterback Jackson Lyons is going to be behind the center today, alongside Jabari Ellis, number 4.
And
looks like Jackson's going to be in the shotgun here. Split running backs. What's on my phone?
okay. The key players for Arlington's offense tonight, we got Jackson Lyons, the new junior QB this year. He had 100 passing yards last week and 48 rushing yards, and also had a touchdown. We also have Jabari Ellis, a junior running back that had 70 receiving yards last year. And Ty Matthews, he had a touchdown last year, but he is out with a foot injury tonight.
Jabari Ellis out on the swing, and that's going to be batted down by number 15 of East. Looks like that's Jeremiah Evans, the middle linebacker. Last year, he actually led the team in sacks. And then we have Don Polk, also a key player for East, outside linebacker. As a freshman, actually, led the team in tackles. Tigers here for 2nd and 10. Like we're in the shotgun again. 3 wide receivers. And he's going to class the ball down. Looks like that one's complete to Rip Pittman, wide receiver. This is going to be a nice 3rd down and looks like 3.
Yeah, Rip Pittman has been a key player for this team for a couple years. I know he's been playing since sophomore year, and he's a big part of this Arlington receiving corps.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And this is a really crucial 3rd down. I mean, this early in the game, you've got to convert these.
We got a 3rd and 4 here. See what the Arlington offense can pull off here, maybe get a 1st down.
I know there's a lot of pressure on Jackson Lyons here, but he's done a great job in the last few games.
He has. Last week he struggled coming out early, but then he really picked it up and got the Arlington the win last week.
Oh, yeah. And here we go in the shotgun again. This one's going to be blown to a hold.
Not sure what we have. Maybe an official timeout. Oh, we had a sub. Looks like an injured player, number 12 for East, looking at his left calf.
A key injured player for the Tigers tonight, Ty Matthews, didn't suit up.
Now, Ty Matthews has had a foot injury since last week.
And there goes, we run the ball. That's going to be Brody Brandon. He's going to go down the Arlington sideline and get out of bounds at the East 45. That's a junior running back for the Tigers. Had a great game last week. Had the most carries on the team.
Him and Ty Matthews have been splitting time back there at running back with Ty out tonight. I expect to see a lot from him tonight.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And Jabari Ellis, really the receiving back from the Tigers.
Hey, he plays halfback for the Tigers. See what he can do tonight. Had a big week last week.
You know who I'm really excited to watch tonight, Park?
Who is it?
Markham Williams. He was a big-time player last week. When I see him on the field, I mean, it's fun to watch. And this is a 1st down. And he's going to run into a wall of East. He's going to go backwards, and it's going to be blown to a stop. And it looks like a loss of 3 for the Tigers. We can't do that.
Yeah, and that's Jeremiah Evans again. We knew he was going to be a key player for this East defense, and he's going to explode the lineup early. We got to figure out a way to get rid of him. And the Arlington is breaking off the huddle here, and it's going to be just the quarterback in the backfield here. And we got 4 out right and 1 out left.
2nd and 11 here for the Tigers. Loaded up on, and that's going to be a jet sweep, and it's going to be a pass. Jackson's going to throw it out, and that's going to be incomplete. Oh, a little late hit there.
That ball has got to be caught. This Tigers offense cannot afford to drop those balls tonight.
Number 21, Brody Brandon, again, was trying to be the intended receiver from Jackson Lyons. I mean, that's just a hard play to make, but, I mean, when it's in your hands, what can you do?
Yeah, and Gabriel Willoughby was one of the more targeted receivers last week, and he did manage to get a couple catches, so hopefully we can see some more from him tonight.
Third and 11 again after that incomplete pass. Now, if they can get a 1st down here, they might be in field goal range. Looks like it's another split offset backfield. Looks like it's going to be a PA. Ball. That's going to be complete. Looks like a little short of the 1st down. That's going to be number 80, Grant Robertson. He's a big player for the Tigers. He's a captain for the team.
Grant is a captain for the team. He also plays both sides. He's a very strong linebacker for the Tigers and comes up with a big catch there in the tight end position.
Looks like the Tigers are going to go for it on 4th and 3 here. A little out of Ethan Ford's range.
Yeah, I would say this is about a 48-yarder here.
If they can get this 1st down, though, I really think Ethan's got the boot to hit that in.
Yeah, I would love to see the Tigers put some touchdowns on the board, though, early for sure.
Oh, yeah. It looks like East is going to make a sub here on the line. Another split backfield. Jabari Ellis on the left, Braden on the right.
He's going to go out.
Looks like Jackson's looking for Grant again. Grant's going to go down the middle of the field, and he's going to let the ball loose. But the Tigers recover. That's going to be number 5, Gabriel. And that's going to be down by around the East 25-yard line.
We did get a 1st down there, but we got to hold on to the ball more. Got a lucky roll right to Gabriel Willoughby, and Grant Robertson's got to hold on to that ball there after a big hit.
Yeah, but, you know, it was a great play all around before that. I mean, he was down the middle of the field, and he's found space, and if he finds space, he's going to run someone over.
Oh, yeah. Jackson Lyons has gotten a lot more comfortable, as we could see through the games. He got a couple minutes last year. Not much. We had a senior quarterback, but he's getting a lot more this year, and he's showing why.
Oh, 100%. Brody Brandon in the backfield. And it's going to be a handoff to him. He's going to run to a wall of East again. He's going to roll forward for 1 or 2 yards there.
Yeah, that was number 4 right there with a tackle. In the backfield almost.
Maybe half a yard there from the Tigers.
Yeah, not much. The run game is struggling early. We need to get that offensive line going.
Pass game, on the other hand, Jackson throwing a good few balls here.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Again, we've got to stay away from Jeremiah Evans. We've seen him early in this game, but, I mean, he's going to be out there all game long. Looks like it's a sweep out to the right. And I don't even know what that was. Jackson is going to be swarmed by Mustangs in the backfield.
That looked like a little miscommunication between Jackson and Jabari. It looked like the ball was supposed to get handed off to Jabari, but it did not. And we're going to have to out. Yeah, Jackson's going to be out for a play. That's going to bring in Patrick Sandler, the sophomore QB, coming out for a snap while Jackson gets his helmet back on.
You know what I like to see there?
What?
The teammates picking Jackson up. You know, he went down, but the teammates helped him up real fast. As you can see here, I mean, just a little miscommunication. And that is number 15 again, Jeremiah Evans. I'm telling you, man, this guy, he's crazy. Yeah.
He's already got 4 tackles on the night and 2 sacks. Wow.
With the backup QB in there, I would not be surprised to see a run on 3rd down. And he's going to motion out to the left. And, yep, that's going to be a run. Almost in the backfield, but Braden's going to be a little short of the first. Looks like it's going to be 4th down.
That's going to be a great job by the East defense. He had him in the backfield, but I would give praise to the running back there. He did break a tackle in the backfield to at least get a couple yards. Back to the overall line of scrimmage. Got a 4th and 9 here. I'd love to see Ethan come out. I would not want to go for this, but looks like the Tigers are going to stay out there and go for it.
You know, I don't mind going for it, but
no,
here comes Ethan Ford.
Yeah. And this is going to be a 36-yarder.
Thought the Tigers were going to be aggressive there. They come out on the conservative side, but Ethan, he can hit this. I mean, I've seen him kick balls from 40 yards. I mean,
I'd love to see the Tigers get on the board early and get that defense out there.
I think that's what Tommy Miller was thinking here. And it's going to be up, and that's going to be blocked at the line from the Mustangs. I mean, that's a lot of energy for the Mustangs. I mean, the mood there is just killed for the Tigers, but looks like the Mustangs are just coming out hot.
Yeah, the Mustangs have had great defense to start this game, and Ethan Ford may have left that either a little low or the line let someone get to the backfield really quick, because that was not a slow kick, and that ball was batted right away.
Oh, yeah, but now we're going to see the East offense led by Xavier Heron, number 4. Last year led the team in rushing yards. Had a 65-yard touchdown run against the Tigers last year. Also ranked 3rd in the region for passing yards. Also, his receiver, Braxton Nealand, number 3. Only played 2 games last year, but led the team in receiving yards. That's crazy.
That is. And on the Arlington defensive side, some key players for tonight. We got Grant Robertson at linebacker. He had 10 tackles last week and 1 tackle for loss. Brock Flint had 3 sacks, 4 tackles, and a forced fumble. And then Markham Williams with that fumble recovery touchdown and also had 5 tackles on the night. I would say those are our 3 key players for the night's defense.
Looks like the Tigers are going to take a timeout here, give a few of their double players a breather here, and maybe just, recoup after a long drive there that didn't come up at any points.
Yeah, I would say about half the Tigers do play both sides of the ball, which is tough, out there all game long.
And after that, we're going to go to a break here. We'll catch you back on AHS Tiger Life.
Arlington High School. As one of the premier high schools in the state of Tennessee, Arlington High School is proud to be a place for everyone. Whether it be an academic focus with more than 60 honors, AP, and dual enrollment courses, an exploration into the outstanding career and technology programs, becoming a playmaker in a top competitive sports program, or excelling in the second-to-none PAVE Fine Arts Academy. Learn more about Arlington High School at www.acsk-12.org.
Here we go after the break. Welcome back. The Tiger defense is going to be on the field. Xavier Heron in the backfield.
We're at the 14-yard line here.
At the 14-yard line. He's going to be in the empty set here. Lots of receivers on the field. You remember, we are looking out for Braxton Nealand. Looks like it's going to be 5 wide here. Wouldn't be surprised to see a QB draw. first play of the game, start off hot.
Yeah, he does have a lot of rushing yards. He runs a lot, and it's going to be a little...
It looks like a little trick play
to
number 1. He's going to have some room down the east sideline, trips up short of the first, but, you know, a gutsy play. They're going to have to be tricky like that if they want to, you know, mess up the Tiger defense.
Yeah, first play of the game. I don't know, you don't see that often, but we did have a shovel pass there, a reverse shovel actually, that got about 8 there. He didn't trip up. I think he would have had the first if he didn't trip up there.
Little Philly special, it almost looks like, for those viewers at home. And it's going to be second down here. It looks like about 3. Running back on the left. He's going to hand it to him. He's going to go right up the middle, and that's going to be clogged up. Is that a first down? That's Grant Robertson. Just saw him on the offensive side, but he's on the defensive side too. Maybe that's why they took the timeout, give him a little breather there. Is that going to be a first? Doesn't look like it. Tigers going to stop here. Wouldn't surprise to see him going on 4th down, but that could be a game changer.
Looks like about a 3rd and 2 here. Hopefully Tigers can get a stop here, but the East offense needs to run the ball. Their run game's been working.
Number 15 on the screen right there, Wade Wisman. He's also a key player. Wouldn't be surprised to see him in the backfield 2 times. Looks like one of the East players is going to go pick up his mouthpiece. Can he get back to the line? He does. 3rd down and 1. A little confused on the Tiger side. Coming run up the middle again. The ball's out! And the ball! And that's going to be Tigers football! Who's on that? Looks like that's going to be Trey Jones of the Tigers. I don't know who forced that one, but that's going to be a game changer. Tigers get 2 possessions in the first quarter and 2 possessions in the first 10 minutes, even that. If we can keep them like that on their toes, it's going to be a wrong night for the Mustangs.
What a key player Trey Jones is. He's one of the Arlington captains here, and I know he picked it up. Not sure if he forced it or not, but what a play and what a momentum changer for the Tigers.
And that's going to give the Tiger defense a lot of time to rest. I mean, they were out there on short notice, but, you know, if they can stay on the sideline, stay refreshed, they're going to be in there for a long night. Tigers get the ball around the 28-yard line here for first down. Jackson Lyons drops back, looking left, little pump fake, and he's going to drop the ball himself. Did he drop back on it? Looks like he did. Still Tigers football, but man, I'm telling you, Jeremiah Evans in the backfield again. I don't know what to tell you, man. I can't say much.
And the Tigers quarterback Jackson Lyon has lost his helmet again. I would love to see this Arlington offensive line give him a little bit of protection back there. He's getting beat up, and it's early in the game. We can't afford to lose him tonight.
Oh, yeah, and Jackson Lyon's helmet falls off once again. Backup quarterback's going to come back in again. I don't know if they're going to pass this football, but, you know, 2nd and long here, you might have to.
Yeah, this is about a 2nd and 25, and we got Patrick Sadler playing quarterback as backup tonight.
What I could see happening here is a little swing pass to Jabari Ellis. You get the ball in his hands, he's going to find room for you.
And where we got Jabari in the backfield, left side of the quarterback.
Another 2 running back split. And he's not going to drop back. He's going to, I mean, just the Arlington offensive line is just getting bullied by the Mustangs right now. That's really all you can say with a 3rd down and who knows how long. I mean, they're almost at their own end zone here.
3rd down and a country mile to go.
I would say
the
that,
Arlington offensive line is struggling. This East defensive line is really putting some pressure on that Arlington offensive line. If they keep that up all night, it's going to be a long night for this Arlington offense.
Lyons is going to go back in. Lyons is going to go back in here, but Jabari Ellis, I mean, you got to get him the ball. I haven't seen him yet, but if he comes in, he's a key player, and he was our player of the game last week.
Yeah, Jabari did. He had 99 receiving yards last week, and they did keep him in the receiving corps.
Looks like he's going to be out in the X position here as Braden's in the backfield again, off to his right. And number 15 is just, and they get the ball. Looks like they get that one out to Gabriel Willoughby.
And this is about a 3rd and 25 here for the Tigers. They're going to have to punt this one.
They're going to have to punt this one away. But, I mean, Parker, it's blatantly obvious. The Tigers O-line, they're getting bullied. I mean, this Mustang D-line came to play tonight. And the Tigers are going to have to punt and come up with 0 points on 2 drives.
Yeah, we got Ethan Ford back here punting. We'll see where he can get this one. They just got one back. And looks like we did have an extra player on the field. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah,
and
the Tigers are going to flag for that one.
Yeah.
Fair catch, but he doesn't catch it. That's going to be a really good punt, but it's going to be knocked in the end zone.
But that is going to be a flag there. It was too many men on field for the East Mustangs. Looked like one tried to run out there right as the ball was kicked. Not sure what he was thinking there. Ethan Ford with a great punt. Almost had him pinned at the 1, but just got in the end zone.
Michael Starks with a great effort to try and keep that in, but just a little late, and he knocked it in the end zone.
And this is going to push the East Mustangs back to the 15 with that 5-yard penalty instead of the 20.
Yeah, Tiger defense coming out again. If they can do something special like they did last time, I mean, they're going to put their offense in position. Again, we just got to see the offense come up big.
If the defense is going to keep coming up big tonight, the Tigers offense have got to put some points on the board for this defense. They're getting tired out there.
Oh, yeah. You know what's big here? The time on the field for each team. More time on the sidelines here, get you more time to get coached up, more time to get rested. It's big. It really is. Looks like it's going to be another empty backfield for Mr. Heron here. Again, could be a sweep, could be a draw. We'll see here. 5 wide receivers out. And he's going to drop back for the pass. He's going to let this one loose. And that's going to be overthrown on the east sideline. Looking for number 82 there. Dono Rogers in really good coverage there.
Yeah, Dono, he did move this past summer, and he did come back in the summer, and I didn't see him playing that last week. Maybe he didn't have enough time to practice, but I have heard he's going to be a core player for this defense.
Darnell, he's just an athlete. He used to run track, really fast guy. I mean, he really is. I saw him doing backflips before the game. I'm going to tell you, he's quick on his feet, and he's out there to play. Looks like Heron's going to have a running back in the backfield with him on his right. Still, a lot of wide receivers for the East Mustangs. They've been a lot of gun sets here. And this one's going to be a run to the left. And that's going to be about a 5-yard game. Grant Robertson in the backfield for that one.
And we lost another helmet tonight. Wow, this is 3 helmets already, and that East running back is going to have to come out for a play. Looks like we're going to have to see a backup.
Park, as I was saying about the time off the field, it's a hot one tonight. And, I mean, it's muggy, it's humid. So the more fluids they can get in their bodies, the better they're going to play out there.
For sure. I'd love to see Brock Flint get in the backfield a couple times. Last week he did have 3 sacks. I'd love to see him get in the backfield tonight and get that East quarterback in some pressure.
Looks like this is going to be about a 3rd down and 5 here. And that's going to be a run from a Heron. We told you if Heron can find space, he's going to go. And it looks like he's going to go around midfield there for a 1st down. Xavier Heron, man. I mean, there's so much I could say about him, but he's an athlete.
Yeah, Xavier Heron there. I did also think the ball went to the running back. Looked like the entire Tigers defense did think it went over there, and then he just a great fake to run it right up the middle and had plenty of room. We told you if he gets space, he's gone. That was about a 30-yard run there from the quarterback.
For sure. It looks like the Mustangs are going to have to run one more play before this half expires. Connor.
Yeah, and here comes Xavier in the backfield again. And that's going to be snapped. And handoff again. And he gets pressured in the backfield. He is going to make it barely. He might have gotten a yard there, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Great run defense there by the Tigers. The Tigers tonight are going to have some good run defense. East, we've looked into it. They do not pass the ball much, so I'm going to love to see the Arlington Tigers have some run defense tonight.
And we have a word here from Coach Bussey, a new coach from a different school here. He's going to talk about the differences between his old school and this school.
St. Jude is love. Everybody is here for this one purpose, and it's to cure these kids. It means that I got more time with my daughter. I love this place. They changed my life.
And we are back here for the second quarter. I mean, with a 0-0 ball game here in the defense on the field for the Tigers, I mean, if the Mustangs can score here, go up 7-0, I mean, it's going to be a big momentum swing for the Tigers.
Yeah, you know, last year at about this point in the game, Tigers had a 21-0 lead. That's what we were saying. We were talking about the key defensive players last year for the Tigers, but that offense, we did have some key offensive players. We had Jack.
Yeah, that O-line, I mean, it's showing out tonight that it's a little undersized for the Mustangs.
Yeah, that O-line last year was a lot bigger. I know we had a couple guys go to college for O-line, and this year I'd love to see some of our offensive linemen maybe go to college or something.
Oh, for sure. And, you know, the experience factor really goes into it, as looks like it's going to be a pistol set from the Mustangs. A little weird here. The Mustangs coming out here in some weird formations, and I like to see it.
Yeah, they are. With that trick play, first play of the game, I would not be surprised to see another after they had that break at the sideline.
Yep, and this is going to be Heron. Looks like they went to the wrong side, but Heron's still going to find space. And that's going to be a first down, and that looks like a run for 14 for Heron. It looks like he's going to have a lot of rushing yards this game, but who can really stop him?
Heron, the Tigers got to keep him contained tonight. He's got to keep him in the inside, and when he gets to the outside, it's tough to catch up to him. He's quick. And it was a miscommunication run there for the Mustangs, but, you know, Heron, he's just an athlete. He was there to pick up the miscommunication and get 14
they still
out of
made
it.
it work, but it looks like it was a flag, so that's going to be called back. Looks like it's still going to be second down for Mustangs. I don't seem to know what happened there, but...
And that was a holding there.
Yeah, that's going to be pushed him back 10. That's a big swing from the Tigers having that called back, because that's a big run from Xavier.
For sure. Now we got about a 2nd and 20. That was about a 14-yard gain. They had been way past midfield, up in almost field goal range maybe for the East kicker.
Oh, yeah. Looks like it's going to be a running back on the left for Xavier. Haven't seen them in the single back yet. Going to be a motion out. Xavier looks like it's going to be a screen pass. Can he find space? He cannot. That's going to be Rip Pittman and Markham Williams behind the line of scrimmage. I mean, I don't know about you, Pete, but I've seen a lot more plays go backwards and forwards.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Markham Williams there. Saw him break a tackle on that receiver, break a block, and he got a hand on him, and Rip was there to clean up his job.
These defenses came out to play tonight. I mean, the sacks, the TFLs. I'm looking to ask for a more defensive ball game. These defensive coordinators are going crazy right now because they're doing their part. These offenses got to pick it up.
I was expecting a high-scoring game here tonight too, Nathan.
Oh, so was I with these explosive offenses, but the defenses came out. Dees looks like he has some confusion. The outside linebacker. I would watch him on this play because he looks like
that's going to be another flag there. What do we got there? We got a delay a game, it looks like. Is that a delay a game? Yeah, that's a delay a game. The East Mustangs offense now back to about a 2nd and 20 or 3rd and 25 here.
As you said, a country mile. It's going to take a long play for this to be good.
It is, yeah. And they've been running, but they have not had a pass play yet besides that screen that went backwards. See if they throw the ball in the air here.
And he's going to drop back for the pass. Xavier's going to let this one fly over by Markham. And it's going to be Markham Williams in coverage. But so has 2 other defenders, and that's going to be broken up. And that's going to be 4th down. Punt team's going to come on.
Yeah, Brandon Moore back there in the safety spot. He was right there for incompletion.
And it looks like the Mustangs are going to punt here. I would too. I mean, looks like Braden's going to be back to receive this kick.
Yeah, and they're going to get it off here. It looks like some confusion on Beckham Dees again. He doesn't, and the ball was snapped, and he wasn't even looking.
Good
That's going to be punted away. Not a bad punt at all.
He's going to let this one drop. He's going to let it drop behind him, and he's going to run with it. He's going to take it. Not much to go there. The Mustangs swarm around him, and he's going to take that up to the 35.
Yeah, and the Arlington offense back on the field here. They're at the 40-yard line almost, it looks like.
Looks like the 35.
There is a flag out again. Wow, what do we have here?
With 3 drives on offense and no points, they've got to put some points on the board here before halftime. I mean, going into halftime with the 0-0 ball game, your defense is feeling great, but your offense's mood is just down. Looks like it's going to be a block in the back.
Block in the back there by East, and oh no, by the Tigers, and that's going to get pushed back to about the 24-yard line. Wow, the Tigers, I mean, the offense is struggling as it is. Can't have crucial penalties like that.
As you can see, the penalty game here is really crucial. I mean, just going backwards, it just kills the momentum. And now they're going to start 10 yards back. They got to go 10 yards more for the touchdown.
Yeah, that is true. And Jackson Lyons here with Brody in the backfield. We got Jabari and we got Gabriel on the left side. Let's see if they get the ball over there. We're going to hand it off here. And that's going to be a handoff up the middle to Brody, and he looks like he gets about 4 or 5 there.
Second down. You know, Arlington Community Schools is celebrating 10 years of education excellence.
And the player of the game last week.
What? Arlington Community Schools celebrating 10 years of education excellence here as the Tigers come out for second down. Looks like the Tigers are going to be in another split set. Seen this a lot from the Tigers as Jabari's motioned out, but it's going to be a run to Brody up the middle, and it looks like he's going to fall forward. Looks like going to be a short third down. We've got to convert this one. We haven't in the past, but we have to now.
Yeah, and it's going to be about a 3rd and 3, it looks like. See if the Tigers can convert here. They've been struggling on third down, been struggling offensively all night. Let's see if they can push one here.
Big third down here. I can see Grant Robertson with some frustration on the sidelines as Jackson is going to call an audible here with a little bit of confusion, but looks like this is going to be pistol as he motions out to the left. Jackson's going to step back. Looks like a little slant here to Jabari. Jabari's going to go in and out of his hands.
Yeah, Jabari, he did have a big week of receiving last week, but, you know, that ball on a third down needs to be caught, and that's going to bring out the punting team again. This Arlington offense needs to bring something tonight, or the East offense. I need to see some offense.
Surprised to see the Tigers punt this. You know they're aggressive. And this 3rd and 3, I mean, the sideline of the offense is just, their morale is down. I mean, you can see them all frustrated. Jabari right here talking to Jackson, a little communication. But Ethan's going to punt this. If he can get this pretty deep, this could be big. Ethan's going to punt that one away. He's going to carry to around the 40.
And he's going to catch that. Wow.
I'm surprised
and that's going to be a flag.
Another flag on the field.
Yeah, Ethan Ford with 2 big punts tonight. Pretty good punts. He's been a kicker for Arlington since his sophomore year, I believe. Been kicking. Yep, and punting. Big soccer player as well.
Before the flag, the Mustangs are going to be around the 45 here, but who knows what this flag's on. Looks like it's going to be on the Tigers, as the Mustangs are going to go forward a few.
And the East offense here. It's gonna end. You see Markham Williams there trying to get the crowd up. Maybe a dead crowd. Maybe that'll help out the offense tonight. Need to see that.
The student section is up tonight. I mean, you can see them all in their cowboy gear. They're all excited to be here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And what we got going here, setting up on the left hashes, and that's going to move it up 15 yards. Had to be an unsportsmanlike conduct there.
Something like that, big penalty, and the chains are going to move for a first down for the Mustangs.
Yeah, the Mustangs with short field position from the 39. I don't know their kicker's range, but I feel like if they get near the 20-yard line, I feel like he's got it in him.
Yeah, we saw Ford miss one earlier in this game. That's looking like it's going to be a big one as it's 0-0 with 8 minutes left in the second quarter.
Yeah, let's see what the East offense can do here.
Looks like it's going to be another gun set. We've seen a lot of gun sets from the Mustangs and the Tigers today. Looks like it's going to be
another
a run to the
handoff,
right side.
And he is just that offense, that defensive line for Arlington needs to get in the backfield again.
Yeah, that's going to be about 5 yards from the Mustangs here. I'm doing the play back. We've seen a lot of that from the Mustangs tonight. Short runs, and then they come out with the explosive long runs. You know, if they keep running the ball like this, they're going to break a few, and especially with Xavier in the backfield.
Oh, yeah, for sure, Nathan.
That's why they call him the King. 3-sport athlete at East. And it looks like same set here. Wouldn't be surprised to see the same exact play. 3 wide receivers on the Arlington side. He's going to step back for the pass. Xavier rolling right. He's going to have room. He's going to run for it. He doesn't get the first here. Surprised to see him run out of bounds and not trying to fight for those extra yards. It's going to be a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, Xavier tonight, he probably has well over 60 or 70 yards tonight. He's been running all over this Tiger defense, but hopefully we can see him go all game.
That flag pushed that 15-yard run back. He could be at like 80 without that.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be a big one for the Mustangs. Remember, if they can put points up on the board here going into halftime, it could be 3-0 going to halftime, or 0-0 even.
See what the East offense can do here. Maybe get in field goal range. Maybe get a kick up.
Looks like Xavier's going to be in the pistol here again. Seen a lot of the same formations, but a lot of different plays, really. Here the defense chants down there from Luke McBride. Looks like that's going to go up the middle. And there he is in the backfield. That's going to be Brock Flint for the TFL.
Yeah,
big play there, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of Brock Flint tonight, but I was telling you earlier, he is a key player, and if he gets in the backfield, he is tough to beat. He is 6'3" and about 240 pounds defensive end for the Tigers.
As you can see, the waves going on in the student section. They're hyped for that TFL. They're hyped for this 4th down for the Tigers.
Looks like the offense is going to stay out there for East. See them go for this 4th.
This is a gutsy call, Parker. Let me tell you, this call, this early in the game, I'd love to see it from these coaches. This is a big play here.
And we got a handoff here.
Oh my gosh, that fooled me. That's going to be Xavier. He's going to be short. The Tiger defense comes up big again, and the Tiger offense is going to come up again. What was it?
And we had a big tackle there from the Arlington defense.
Got it. And the Tiger offense is going to come back on the field again.
Right now. Yeah, and it's going to be 1st down for the Tigers. That was a big tackle, and looks like we got a...
Looks like another timeout for the Tigers. I can see Grant Robertson on the field. He's playing both offense and defense. He is drained in this heat.
You know, about half the team is playing on. I am sure they're exhausted out there. It's hot out there. This week, we talked to Carson Pennington and Brody Caldwell, 2 new freshmen, about the transition from AMS football to AHS football. Here they are.
Play it.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Ball up the field here.
Yes, sir. Tigers here, 1st and 10, starting off at the Tigers' 33-yard line here. This is going to be a long drive. If they can make this the last drive of the quarter, it could be big. They got to have a 6-minute drive here to make it the last drive of the quarter. But with the way the defense is playing, I would not be surprised to just put the defense back on the field and trust them.
Yeah, and Jackson Lyons, see what he can do on this drive.
Jackson back in gun. This is going to be a handoff to Brody. Brody's going to try and get a corner, but he just can't. He's just swallowed by the Mustangs. He's going to maybe a yard or two, probably a loss of a yard or two.
Yeah, Brody there. He was hit about 5 yards back. It's very good to see him break a tackle back there and at least get back to about the line of scrimmage. It looked like he lost 2 there. The offensive line needs to help support this run game. This game is sponsored by its AHS Tiger Life. AHS Tiger Life brings you the latest on student-led activities such as athletics and local news.
It's like 13. Gonna be an empty set. Looks like it's supposed to be a screen pass, and that's gonna be batted down by number 15 again. I mean, what more can we say about him? He's been the story of tonight, Jeremiah Evans. I mean,
yeah, and that looked like some miscommunication there. Jabari was definitely looking for the ball, and I saw blockers on the left side. I don't know why the ball didn't go to Jabari. We tried to throw maybe a quick slant across the middle, but, you know, Jeremiah Evans was just there to bat that one down.
I mean, the kid, you can tell that he's got a lot of pressure and a lot of stress on him. But he's done a great job of fighting through it. We just have to have the more key points and, less communication. Or more communication.
Oh, yeah, and if he could get maybe just a little more time back there in the pocket, I think we'd see a lot more from Jackson Lyons.
Oh, yeah, we've got to let him play. We got to let the boys play. Going to be dropped back for 3rd and long here. He's going to get out of the sack there. If that's going to be a completion, he's going to lose a lot of yards for Brody. It's going to be another 4th down.
Yeah, and as you see there, the Jackson Lions, that was just not a smart play at all. I don't like throwing the ball backwards there and getting hit. But now we're going to have to punt this one away.
Ethan has had a lot of playing time today, probably more playing time than they did last week.
And Ethan Ford back here
for another punt. It's going to be a punt deep by his end zone. He's got to get this one deep on the other side of the field.
And looks like East is expecting a very deep punt here. That's about a
60-yarder as Ethan kicks this one to around midfield. It's going to roll, good Arlington roll, about down to the 45-yard line where East is going to start. With 5 minutes left in the quarter, they could do something special here going into halftime.
Yeah, that was a 45-yard punt. Ethan has been punting the ball well. No missed kicks or anything tonight besides that blocked field goal of his in the first, but we'll see if the East offense can come out here and make some key plays.
I want to see something out of Wade Wisman here. I talked to him this week. He said in his free time, he loves to calm himself by playing the piano. I mean, Wade Wisman out there, it's just one of his things to, get him going for the game.
Yeah, and Xavier Heron here, still back there. See if he can get some more room to run the ball here.
As we can see, I mean, the key points of this game, Xavier, when he gets loose, he's gone.
For sure.
I mean, if that's going to be a low snap, but it's going to be handed off. And he's going to go to the left side, and the ball's going to be out. And Markham's going to jump on that one. Arlington football, the defense tonight is playing amazing.
Markham, that's already 2 fumble recoveries on the season. This defense is just causing turnovers left and right, and I'd love to see that from the defense side.
I don't know who got that one loose, but this Tiger defense, they're keeping him in the game.
Yeah, we got 5 minutes left on the clock, and this has been a lot of turnovers tonight. Let's see if the Tigers can maybe move the ball upfield, maybe get some points on the board before halftime.
You saw Markham there. I talked to a few guys on the team this week. All they had to say about him, he's a dog. He's ready to play every day, every practice, every walkthrough.
And here we'll see a replay, and that was punched out by Wade Wisman, as you were just talking about.
As I was saying, I mean, he's just, as I was saying, he's just a player, He's a player. What did I just say? And this is going to be a dropped back and handed off to Brody. Brody's had a lot of carries this game. But, I mean, the East off defensive line, they're just swarming them.
I like to see that, though. The offensive line did do a much better job there. Produced about 6 yards for the Tigers offense there. And Brody did have a couple contact breakthroughs that he did break through, but I love to see that.
With the big momentum swing here, I would love to see the Tigers put some points on the board. We're trying to jump the Mustangs offside there with the hard count. And it looks like they're going to have a deep safety from the Mustangs. I don't know what they're expecting here, but it looks like they're expecting a pass. It looks like this is going to be a dime set. And this is going to be another run up the middle from Brody. The Arlington saw the dime set and ran right at it. That's going to be a first down for the Tigers. This drive starting off great with great field possession and a great 2 plays.
Yeah, Brody there, he is filling Ty Matthews' shoes tonight. I did say they split time last week, but Brody, he is showing himself tonight.
With Ty's injury, Brody is coming up big. I mean, he's got to do double the work. In this heat, I'm surprised he's even up there on 2 legs.
Yeah, Brody is also still a junior, so we have 2 juniors in the backfield with Jackson and Brody, and Brody is just chugging along trying to get this offensive line to help him.
I can't wait to see him next year when they're seniors. And this is going to be another run up the middle. Looks like that's going to be a little halfback base there. Someone's helmet goes flying.
And helmet goes flying, but we also have a flag on the play. We'll see who this is against.
Before the flag, that's going to be about 5 yards from Brody. I've seen a lot of those plays. A good 5 yards. 2 5 yards, that's a first down.
Yeah, Jacob Hips there losing the helmet on the offensive line. Have to get him off the field for a play.
That's going to be on the Tigers.
That's a holding there. So it seems we have another first down here. We got a first and about 21 yards. Wow.
I mean, as you can see, the penalties are just killing the momentum from the offense. And I think that's really what it is. It's momentum. I mean, both teams have the momentum, but it's just been killed by something else.
It has. The momentum needs to chug to one of these offenses. I'd love to see one of these offenses pick up and score some points before the half.
You know, the penalties, the turnovers, the TFLs, you know, going backwards, not a good thing, but it's going to be an empty set for Lyons. He's going to drop back, and it's going to be a QB draw, and Lyons is going to be running. And, ooh, a big hit from looks like number 8 there. Is Lyons okay?
Down.
He's up. Lyons is good.
He's down. We got
one of the East players is down. And that's going to be a timeout. Injury timeout there.
Hopefully he can get himself up.
As Miss Orion runs on the field.
And he looks hurt.
You know, man, those big collisions from the Tigers. Not the Tigers. In football in general. And, I mean, a well-needed break for both offenses, but you never like to see a player down like this. As both trainers, all trainers are out there looking at the kid. I wish I knew who it was. Thoughts out to him and his family.
And he is still down. Hopefully we get to, oh, and looks like he's leaning up. Maybe he can get up on himself here. Maybe just a cramp. Hopefully nothing too.
And here we go. Tigers with the second, and it looks like about 16 here. This is going to be a big play.
You know, it looks like he's walking off the field there. I think he'll be back later in the half.
Oh, yeah, with halftime coming up here, he's going to get a well-needed break, and hopefully we can see him out on the field in the second half. Looks like Jackson's going to come back out with the offense.
You know, the Tiger fans brought it tonight. It's pretty busy out here in Arlington. The East also brought a couple of their own.
That's what I was about to say. East took the trip out to A-Town. Looks like the Tigers are going to be pistol again. Wouldn't be surprised to see the running back motion out to a side here. Probably the right side.
Got a 2nd and 15 here on the 46.
You can see Evan Norman hyping up the crowd there. Brody actually motions to the left, but Jackson's going to drop back to pass. He's going to try and let this one go. That's going to be Caden Hendricks down the Arlington sideline. He's going to be down for a big gain. Caden Hendricks, man, I mean, one guy that we haven't talked about a lot, but he's a big body receiver. He's going to be down to around the 13-yard line. Jackson, you know, got away from some sacks there, moved up in the pocket, great pocket presence, and, I mean, he delivered a great ball.
Yeah, and Caden Hendricks there, that's a senior receiver for the Tigers. He's been here for all 4 years, and love to see that big play. That was a playmaking play out there for Jackson. It's a great play back.
You know, let the kid play, is what they say. I mean, a lot of guys would say his NFL lookalike, Patrick Mahomes. As Brody motions out to the left, wouldn't be surprised to see a run here after that big game. Yep, they're going to go up the middle with the halfback base. He's going to run to a wall. That's number 50 of the East Mustangs. He's going to go for forward a few, and his backward momentum is going to stop the play.
And Brody, he has just been chugging like a wall.
And this is going to be a 2nd down at around 7 for the Tigers. With 1:30 left in this quarter, I mean, they have great field possession here. They're getting at least 3, hopefully, but 7 would be big. And this is going to be a screen pass, looking for Jabari, but they're not going to go to him, and they're going to intend a receiver, Mr. Willoughby there, but that's going to be incomplete and bring up 3rd down.
You know, that fake screen, it did draw that cornerback number 2 over to Jabari over there with the fake screen, but then just overthrew that screen a little bit to Gabriel. And he was tightly covered, too. That was a tough pass for Jackson.
You can see Brock and Markham on the sideline bonding along with Grant Robertson. Surprised to see not Grant on the offense here, but he's doing a great job on defense as well as Brock and Markham.
He is, and looks like Ethan just got a couple warm-up kicks. It's 3rd and 8. He is ready to go if we don't get this 1st down here for
Hope
the Tigers.
To see Ethan out here for 3 or for 1 point after the touchdown, as this is going to bring up 3rd and around 8 here. Jackson in the backfield. I like to see the Tigers starting off in pistol and then going to a side to, mix up the defense as Brody's going to get the ball up the middle. He's going to try and juke off a tackler, but he's not going to. I think the Tigers are going to settle for 3 here.
Brody got hit hard there. We'll see if they send out the kicking team. And
we don't have a call yet from the coaching staff.
Coach Miller.
Wouldn't be surprised for them to go for it here. 0-0. You have to have the momentum going to halftime. I know I'm talking about momentum a lot, but it really is the key point of this game.
I'd love to see a kick here. I feel like 4th and 5. We need to kick this one off. I feel like we're going to run the clock down and we're going to call timeout here.
Wouldn't be surprised to see that. That's a good play.
The East defense here, maybe they can get another block like they did back in the first quarter. Huge block kick. That saved 3 points from the Tigers.
See number 12 trying to hype up the crowd here. I think Jackson's trying to help Brody out with a little running lane, so the Tigers are going to take a timeout and probably going to kick this one away.
Here we are, and are we going to say, it doesn't look like we're sending the kick. Yeah, I see Ethan headed to the field. Looks like we're going to send the kicking team out here for about a 24-yarder. 19-yarder, actually.
I've seen a lot of frustration out of the Arlington team, but, 0-0, not much to be frustrated about, but a lot to be, upheld to. Sorry. As the Arlington cheerleaders going to shout out here, led by Carmen Gordon, the Moorhead commit. And with the timeout here, looks like they're about to head out into the field. Hopefully the Tigers can put this one through the uprights.
Here we see East defense getting prepared. Now the kicking team coming on the field. See if Ethan Ford, the senior kicker, can put one through the uprights.
With this tight game, I'm hard to contain in my seat here. As looks like Ethan's going to kick this one from the right hash.
See if Ethan can get this up there. Get the Tigers on the board before the half.
If he can put this through with 22 seconds left, I would not be opposed to anything here. As Ethan's going to put this one up, and that's going to be good for 3 points. Ethan, after missing the first one, getting blocked, but the Tigers are going to go up 3-0 here with 20 seconds left in the half. Going into halftime, up 3-0. Hopefully, we're going to see Ethan out here for the kickoff again.
Yeah, you were talking about Ethan earlier that you've seen him kick 40-yarders, and that 20 just looked like a little pitch shot to Ethan. What a kick!
Yeah, it's like me playing golf, just putting my pitching wedge right next to the hole, And here we go here. Ethan's going to kick this one away. It looks like that's going to be Jeremiah back up by the 10-yard line.
And Ethan Ford looks like he's going to kick this one off, see if they can hold him to not so great field position, maybe go to the half 3-0, or East can maybe get one ran back or get in a really great field position, get some points on the board of their own.
If they can take this one deep into the Arlington sideline, 1 or 2 plays can get them into field goal range, and it'll be a tie ball game. Hope's not all dead on this quarter for the Mustangs.
And this is one of the stranger kick receiving formations I've seen.
Looks like
and that's going to be a pitch, and that's going to.
And is that going to stay in bounds? Hopefully, so we don't get the flag. Looks like a little. And that's going to be brought down to the Arlington 31-yard line.
That right there is a perfect kick by Ethan Ford. A little squib kick that stayed in bounds around the 20. He just broke a couple tackles. We had him hit back at the 19, and he just broke some tackles and made some room.
And that kick, it's going to run a lot of time off the clock. But with that being said, right here, there's been a lot of great plays, but one of our favorite plays is this play right here, the drive of the half. That was money.
You see here, Jackson back.
Who wouldn't have thought this was the play of the game?
And that's just a playmaking play to Caden Hendricks, the senior, that puts us in field goal position that we got those 3 points.
But another empty set with Xavier. Xavier's going to roll out to his sideline. He's going to try and look for a pass here. That's going to be incomplete. Looking for number 13 there. And Markham thought he could pick that one off. little late on that one.
And Brock Flint in the backfield again. He has just given this quarterback rough night.
Long night. But with halftime coming up here, I think both teams are going to get a long talking to here. Both offenses, if that. Defense, really not much to change here. 3 points given up for the whole half. Defense is playing great. Offense, you know, the offense coordinators, they're going to have not a great talking to give to the offenses here. Another empty set.
Oh, yeah, I think the biggest thing about this half is just a breather and some liquids. It's hot out there.
Breather and liquids, yeah, and maybe need some liquid IV in them. And Xavier's just going to run this one. I mean, just stuffed.
Brock
Stuffed in the
Flint
back
there
five.
with a sack again. I know he had 3 last week. That's already 2-9. He is just a key player for this
And
Tigers
that's going to take
defensive
us to
line.
halftime. Both teams are going to head out to the locker rooms, see what they have to talk about there. 3-0 ball game.
It's a great half so far. Hopefully we can have some more. Hopefully we can have another great half here in the second, and we're going to have the band out here for a little halftime performance show.
You know, the Arlington Tiger Band, I mean, they've won a lot of awards in the past, and they're great. I mean, I love listening to them. I listen to them every halftime. But, you know, a lot to say about that half. Looks like East is going to stay on the field here, talk a little bit, but Tigers are going to head to the locker room. What are we going to? Toss to what? Toss to what? And here we go. Thanks for tuning in
Halftime
here.
highlights.
Here are the halftime highlights, and we're going to go to the halftime break here very soon.
And here's the running back for East, and that ball gets fumbled. And Jackson Lyons with a hand, and, you know, this East defense has just been giving them hassle all night. So is the Tigers defense to the East offense, but you see there Jackson Lyons with that drive of the half play with that deep ball to Caden Hendricks. You love to see that ball, playmaking back there in the backfield.
What's next?
And after a great half of football there, we're going to go to break here. Catch you after this on HS Tiger Life.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear. Call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
It's here, at Arlington Community Schools,
where we thrive on creativity. We take the scattered pieces
to build something great.
We work together to challenge ourselves
and each other, defining who we are and who we want to be.
We rely on technology to learn where we came from,
to see where we're going. We adapt.
Because we know there's a world of opportunity for all.
We thrive under pressure
to make our future great.
We are Arlington.
Think, create,
achieve.
My graduation was something I will never forget. People like you and me sometimes may have doubts in ourselves, but I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Got it.
All right, so it was like the second drive of the Houston game, and the quarterback was scrambling and he was getting tackled, and I was coming in to just finish the hit.
Honestly, it just looked like a regular football play. I noticed that when he got up from making a tackle, he was limping, he was kind of hunched over.
In the moment, I thought I had the wind knocked out of me because I couldn't breathe a little. I didn't think it was too major.
Carr's a pretty tough kid, so I knew something was going on at that point. He actually stayed in for one more play. And then he finally came off the field.
And I had to play the next play because it was a punt, and I just couldn't get off the field on time. So, And I wasn't worried at all because I thought, give me a couple minutes and I'll be right back out there.
It really didn't seem like it was that serious at the moment. But so from my perspective, just like a regular football play until we found out exactly what was going on.
So I wasn't worried, and then Miss Lori wanted to call the ambulance and got a little worried.
Once we saw the ambulance come over to, pick him up, at that time football was not a factor at all. It's all about his safety and making sure that, he gets in the right, medical professional's hands to make sure he's good to go for whatever treatment that he would need at that time.
We believe that his knee or cleat got right under my ribs and it lacerated my spleen and my liver and broke a vertebrae in my back.
It took a while for us to get transferred to Le Bonheur, and during that time, I was having to take breaks and go outside and talk to my parents because didn't want to cry in front of Carter. So I'd go outside and call my parents and cry, and talk to them, and then I'd come back in and try to be tough. I just kept telling them, you're going to get better and you're going to be fine. This is all going to be fine. But honestly, I never knew if I would ever see him play football again.
That's a lot to take in, especially kind of not knowing what your future is going to be if you're going to play football again.
I handled it pretty well at first, and then we were in the middle of the winter off season, and I got to a time where I got a little sad because I couldn't work out. I was kind of losing weight because I was just in a bad state of mind where I just didn't want to eat because I couldn't work out, I couldn't get better, I couldn't run, couldn't do anything.
And it was just a long road back, which he started off really slowly, and going back to practice or weightlifting in the off season. He was very cautious and careful. I was in contact with Coach Sally and Coach Lori about what he could and couldn't do, and how I wanted him to be very careful and make sure if anything hurt that he would tell him.
He did have to have some type of plan, so we were in constant communication with the parents, the athletic trainers, the coaching staff. We were constantly in communication with him to let him know, this is your plan for this week and weeks going forward, to where we had him, kind of on a program to keep him on track to be able to play this year.
It was rough just not being able to grow or get any stronger during off season and just watching everyone else.
Biggest thing was the communication aspect, to making sure that whatever we were doing wasn't putting too much stress on his injury, his spine, whatever off-season lift we had going on. We made sure we modified it if we needed to. That was one of the biggest things going into this off-season. That was going to be something that we had to monitor, is how is he going to be when he got it in there to be full contact again.
A little nervous, first time in a real game situation since the incident, but I was just really blessed because, that injury could have been way worse than it was, but I was lucky to be back out there.
For me as his mom, it was emotional, and I was grateful, but also just very emotional seeing him back out there, especially being captain this year, and I was super proud of him.
He put a lot of work and a lot of effort into, getting back from that injury, and for him to kind of see the benefits of that against MUS was really touching to me. It was really good to see him because he helps us win. He's a really good football player.
I have a very close and special bond with Coach Sally. He's been with me since freshman year, just believed in me every step of the way, starting me sophomore year when I was just 150 pounds at middle linebacker. But he just would constantly text me at night asking how I was doing and just made me feel like I was special.
I love Coach Sally, and I tell him that and hug him because of how he's really influenced Carter, not just from the injury, but all the years that Carter's been a part of Arlington.
He's a pillar. He's one of our team captains this year. He got voted team captain. I think that says a lot about his character, not just what he is as a football player, but what he means to the other guys on the team as a friend and as a leader in general.
I just want to thank all my coaches for just always being there with me during the healing process, and then when I was able to practice again, always checking up on me and just really making me feel special and important to the team.
I've seen him mature just because, anytime you go through a injury like that, where you're just kind of unsure, you start doubting a few things. You start, questioning yourself. But I've seen him become a leader this year, and with him being his senior year, he's kind of put in the work. He's put in the time to come back from that injury, and I think kids see that, and I think they want to follow that, and I think that's something that, even as a coach, man, it's very inspiring when you have somebody that comes from an injury like that to come back and be as strong and being as fast as he is this year, and how well he's played. I think it's something we can all look up towards.
He just encouraged me the whole time, and they just knew I was going to be back and come better than ever, and they were with me every step, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, as we see Carter Wood there, he was a big senior linebacker, big defensive impact for the team last year. With that injury that just tore him apart and tore his family apart, I was really glad to see him bounce back. And, he's actually in attendance tonight, I think, and it's really great to see Carter Wood. Hope he's having a great time now.
Yeah, me and Carter, we got close around last year, and I definitely saw him out there, and, I was really heartbreaking to see, because he was one of those guys that, you'd watch out there and you'd watch him play, and just entertaining. And then to see him go down like that, it's just, it hits home a little bit.
Yeah, Carter, a lot of guys wouldn't have the heart to do that and get back up after such a big injury that could have been much worse if he didn't put the time and effort in. But Carter, he got up and he did his best, and he came out his senior year and was just a great player for this Arlington defense, one of the top players for this team last year.
Yeah, and with that, we're going to go to a break here. After this, we got the second half on AHS Tiger Life.
As a dad, every day is a challenge. To make sure that the time that I spend with them, it doesn't matter how tired you are, you have to try to teach them. When they learn something new and you can just see in their faces, it's such an incredible moment. It's those moments that are my favorite.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container, because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
It's here at Arlington Community Schools,
where we thrive on creativity. We take the scattered pieces
to build something great.
We work together to challenge ourselves
and each other, defining who we are and who we want to be.
We rely on technology to learn where we came from,
to see where we're going. We adapt
because we know there's a world of opportunity for all.
We thrive under pressure
to make our future great.
We are Arlington.
Think, create,
achieve.
St. Jude is love. Everybody is here for this one purpose, and it's to cure these kids. It means that I got more time with my daughter. I love this place. They changed my life.
And the Tigers here looking for the second half. We can see Ethan Ford kicking field goals after a missed one. I think it was blocked, though, so nothing on Ethan's part. He's going to line up from the 30-yard line here. But East has been on their sideline getting hype. They need to get the energy up. But, when it's that hot out there, you got to stay up. You got to get a lot of fluids. You got to stay stretchy,
You know, that was a great half, great defensive half for both teams right there, and hopefully we could see another great defensive half. I'm loving this game so far.
You know, I just watched Ethan just put down a 35 with ease, you know, so if we can see the Tigers get to around the 20-yard line, we know we can get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, you know, I've talked to Ethan a bunch, and he has said that that kicking in warm-ups and kicking with the actual defense is a lot different. He's got to get the ball up to get it over their arms, as we saw in the first quarter.
Oh, I bet, you know. As the Tigers come out here with a minute left on the clock till the second half. A very crucial second half here for both teams. I mean, both teams are still in the ball game. It's not a ball game where it's 30-0. We're just trying to get this game over with. This is a tight game. Both teams could win, and both coaching staffs are definitely fighting against each other here.
Yeah, and it looks like we've got about 30 seconds on the clock, and here come the Tigers. The Tigers, hopefully they can keep this train going, maybe get some more points on the board, or the East can bounce back after giving up 3 in the end of the half.
I found it. And the Tigers going to come back here. We need to see some offense here. I mean, the offense was lackluster in the first half, but the defense, if they can keep doing what they're doing, 0 points, can't be better than that. You know, the Tigers, they don't, if the Tigers defense can stay hot, 0 points, we can win this game 3-0. But, you know, with more points, the merrier. That's what they say. As you can see, the Tigers here on the sideline.
Yeah, East, they already got their 2 guys back ready. They look ready. They must have had a very productive offensive speech there at the half. I'm ready to see the East offense back on the field.
Looks like they're both locked in as the Tigers are doing some stretches on their sideline. East
yeah,
is just huddled up.
Yeah, you know, Xavier Herron has led this team in offense all season and all night tonight. He also led the team last year. That quarterback is just something special. He can run the ball, and when he gets outside, he is tough to bring down.
Oh, for sure, Park. You know what's going to be big this quarter? Less penalties. I think going backwards in football is one of the, you know, most frustrating things for a coach and for a team. You know, if we can keep penalties to a minimum, I think we're going to be pretty good this game. As you see, another key point to notice this game is that Ty Matthews is on the sideline. I mean, I really think that's a big thing for Brody. I mean, Brody's getting so many reps back there, and he is, you know, having time with Jabari Ellis, the player of the game last week. But, you know, Jabari's more of a pass-catching back, as Brody's more of a power back going up the middle to, you know, push forward and get 5 or 6 yards.
Yeah, and we'll see that East kicker here working on his PAT. Maybe they can get in the end zone and let him show what he can do.
And they looks like they added another minute 30 to the halftime clock here. Get a little more rest for the Tigers and for the Mustangs. You can see Jackson on the sidelines getting loose, getting the cannon loose.
We see the East sideline here, and now we see the kicker, see if he can knock this PAT. He's going to kick that one right to the uprights with ease.
This kicker's got a boot on him for the Mustangs. Let me tell you, I mean, both kickers, if they can, you know, get into the 20, 30-yard line, as you see the Arlington student section, you know, getting up, getting hyped. They're doing the wave down there. Hit that one a few times.
You know, this Arlington student section has always brought the energy.
I think that's what, you know, they keep pride in that, keeping the crowd loud, keeping the energy up, because if they're up, the team's up.
You know, what I love about that student section is doesn't matter. Up 40, down 40, that student section is always up and at it.
Yeah, and especially in this game, 3-0, I mean, in the game like this, they're locked in, they're hype, and when something goes good, they're going to go crazy. And that's going to hit 0 for halftime. 12 minutes on the quarter here. We got a good 24 minutes of football to end this game on a beautiful Friday night in August. As the Tigers are going to kick this one off.
And Ethan Ford here back to kick it off, see if he can get this one
away. It's going to be another squib. A little bit, but that's going to go a little farther than the last. And that's going to be fumbled by 82, going to be picked up by himself, and he's going to try and take it, and he's going to slip and fall around the 20-yard line. Basically, like a touchback. You can see this Arlington Tiger defense, they must have had an energy drink or two during halftime because they are hype.
And Ethan Ford with another squib kick.
As East is going to get the ball here to start the half. You know, if East can have a long, methodical drive here, get some points on the board, they're going to be good going into this half. Xavier here. Again in the gun. Haven't seen him under center yet, but don't see him much under center in high school football here. Seeming like it. And it's going to be a drop back to pass by Xavier. He's going to go deep for the first play. And it looks like that's going to be, is that picked? No, it's going to drop. And we are going to go to a little segment here. We talked to 2 incoming freshmen, and we talked a little bit to them about, you know, the differences between Arlington Middle School football, Arlington High School football.
You do more stuff in a high school practice, where in middle school you just do one thing all practice. And
definitely the kids you see, you know, there's like grown men instead of like little kids.
He's going to drop back to pass. He's going to roll out to the east sideline, looking for someone to hit here. He's just going to throw that one away. And, you know, Carson Pennington, the freshman we just saw, I mean, he's a big body guy. If he can grow into his body a little bit, get a little bigger, he's going to be a guy to look at 4 years from now and be like, he's going to play college football.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And Brock Flint there with another QB pressure. He has been through that defensive line all night and just pressuring the quarterback, giving him a tough time. That is also the first time we've seen East try to throw the ball twice in a row with 2 incompletions. We got a 3rd and 10.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I see number 8, Brandon Moore at safety here. He looks really confident back there. His head's up high, his shoulders are up high, and he's just vibing back there. And this is going to be a 3rd down for East. Another, looks like going to be another pass, 3 passes in a row. Not very East-esque of them. Another rollout, though. That's going to be hit. And he's going to catch it but go straight out of bounds. Caden Hendricks is going to push him out of bounds there.
And that's going to be ruled no catch, so we are going to have a 4th and 10. We're going to see, and we are going to bring out the punt team. He's going to punt this one away to the Tigers. Maybe the Tigers can get some momentum early, get this going. We got Cam Nelson back to receive this punt.
Yeah, an early punt to start off the second half. I mean, not what you wanted to see, but it's okay. You know, a lot of football left to play. It looks like we still got another 23 minutes, but a 40-second drive to start the half, 3 passes in a row. Clock's going to stop on all of them. That's big for the Tigers defense and for the Tigers offense because they're eager to get out there.
Yeah, and this is the first punt from the East Mustangs tonight. We'll see what they got in them tonight.
You know what I noticed about East here?
What?
Their punt team, I mean, it's not too far off. I mean, if the Tigers can get close to them, they can block this kick, but they don't on that one. That's going to be a high one, actually, as he's going to catch it, and he's going to drop it, but it's going to be, a big collision there. But the Tigers are going to get the ball. 2 guys fell on it, but number 15 of East, that's going to look like that's going to be Jeremiah again, but he went in for the big hit.
And that's a tough blow for the Mustangs there.
If we can see Jeremiah in this half like what he did last half, I mean, last half he was a special guy to watch. If he can do that again and to keep this Arlington defense to another 3 points, could be looking good for the Stangs.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And the Tigers offense back out there with after putting 3 on the board. We'll see if they got the offensive momentum going.
You know, Arlington's got a lot of seniors on this team. You know, a lot of guys that, you know, they've played a little bit, but they haven't played much of varsity football. You know, a lot of guys that you guys might go out there and say, you know, they're good. As this one's going to go up the middle to Brody. Brody's going to fall forward for a first down. You know, he had some guys on his back, but he really just pushed them off of them.
Yeah, the run game for Arlington tonight has gotten a lot better since that first quarter. Brody has gotten a bunch more space, and he's been able to break tackles.
As this is going to be a first down for the Tigers. Wouldn't be surprised to see another run here. I mean, with the Tigers after that play. A first down, another run here, set the tone, be methodical. Wouldn't be surprised to see Jabari get a little bit of action here. We haven't seen much of Jabari, but he had a big impact last game.
Jabari looks like he's in the Y here.
As Brody's going to go out to the left. That's going to be another run up the middle. And that's going to be loose. Does Arlington have that one again? Brody did pick that one up. Keeping control of this game has been a problem. I don't know what's happening with the guys, but they just can't hold on to the ball.
No, and Brody there might have just slipped up. I didn't see any contact there or anything, as you'll see here.
Looks like
he ran into James Williams there, the offensive lineman for the Tigers, and just popped the ball right out. But it did look like he recovered.
Jeremiah
so
was
second
in
and
the backfield
13,
there, looking to try and get that ball back to the Mustangs. You look at the Arlington huddle here, and you just see a family. I mean, they're a bunch of guys that they blood, sweat, and tears with each other. They're with each other 24/7. I mean, they're a bunch of guys that just love each other.
That's
who
great
else?
to have.
As the Tigers here, second and long. And it's going to be a little screen pass out to Brody. Brody's going to juke one guy. He's going to run through another. He's going to let go of the ball. But the Tigers are going to jump on that. And with that little fumble recovery, I think that's going to be a first down. Nope, they're going to roll him a little far back. It's going to be third and about 2. Brody, he comes off the field. He looks frustrated. He can't hold on to the football.
That's 2 plays in a row with Brody getting handed the ball, and he's dropping it both times. Luckily that he has recovered twice, but he is now back out on the field. Looks like he may have gone to the running back coach over there.
Weird to see Jabari and what's his name?
Brody.
Willoughby there. They both came off the field. Looks like this is going to be a heavy set. Might try and punch this one in with a little, it's a little dual pistol here.
It is.
Maybe a little triple option. And that's going to be a lot of big bodies. Brody's going to go straight up the middle. He can hold on to this ball this time, roll forward, and the Arlington Tigers are inside the 20, inside the red zone, looking to put a point here.
And Levi Pitt there, he was fullback in that play, and haven't seen much of him tonight, but when we run a fullback set, he's there to block, and he did lay down a nice block for the Tigers' Brody to get up the middle.
He's one of those big bodies where I liked that set. I mean, with him leading Brody, he's just that lead blocker. We're going to see him out again. The same formation, could be same play, or could be a little PA shot post here. And it looks like it is going to be the same play, but this time, Jeremiah's in the backfield. I mean, you're not going to run 2 plays in a row without Mr. Jeremiah Evans being in the backfield.
No, he knew what was coming right there. He can't go same formation, same play twice in a row against this East defense. He was there to stop him right in the backfield. Looks like they did give it to him back at the line of scrimmage.
I mean, he just
they did move him back to 2 yards there.
Looks to me to be like, yep, we're going to change formations here. Jabari and Willoughby are going to come back on the field. Maybe going to throw this ball.
And we're going to pull out the tight end and the fullback. Grant Robertson and Levi Pitt have came off the field. Grant looks frustrated on the sideline, but, his team needs to punch one in for him here. He's had a tough night. It's really hot out there, and he's playing both sides of the ball.
With Rip and Caden on the left side, I wouldn't be surprised to just throw a deep ball and see what happens. Looks like they are going to go. Looks like that's going to be Jabari. Is that caught? Jabari catches the ball! Jabari in the east side of the end zone. Jabari with an amazing catch with 2 East defenders on him.
And here you go. You see Jackson Lyons back there, and Jabari, just a deep ball. What a catch by Jabari.
I mean, wow, that's just an athletic play. He goes after 2 plays, comes back in to make that part of the difference. I mean, he's an athlete.
We told you last week he was a big part of the receiving core out of the halfback slot, but he did have a wonderful catch right there for a touchdown, about a 20-yard touchdown. We got Ethan Ford on the PAT here.
That was just an athletic play by a great guy, and Ethan Ford is going to put this one through. And that's going to be a 10-0 lead for the Arlington Tigers with 7 minutes left in the third quarter. I don't have much more to say about this Jabari Ellis kid. I mean, he's a fighter, man. He's a dog.
Player of the week last week, Jabari Ellis, with a wonderful grab right there in the end zone. And he's showing what he's doing, only as a junior as well.
Next year, man, he's going to get bigger. He's going to get stronger. He's running some people over. You can see the Arlington student section down there. They're going wild after that big touchdown. Look at Jabari here. Just gets up, and he's just like, did I catch that? I did. I mean, he gets a little chest bump from Willoughby there.
That was nothing. I could do that any day of the week. What a grab.
He practices those, and what a great ball by Jackson there. Jackson's thrown a few good balls, but that one on the money.
Now we got like a timeout, official timeout maybe.
And the Tigers are going to kick this one off to East. East has to put some points on the board here. If they don't put some points on the board here and the Arlington gets the ball back, with all that momentum they have, they could go up a 3-possession lead.
I agree. I think if we see East not score again, I think Arlington's going to put this one away with a couple more touchdowns, and
I think at the halftime, the offense coordinator of the Tigers was like, listen, guys, we're done playing games. We're going to go out there and we're going to work hard.
You know, last week we did say it was 41-12, so you know the Tigers do want to carry that on. East hasn't beaten Arlington ever. It's just been wild.
That is wild. You know what else is a wild stat? The Arlington Tigers haven't started off 2-0 since 2018, and this is the game where it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's been 5, almost 6 years since the Tigers started off 2-0, so let's hope they can do that tonight.
Looks like Coach Tommy Miller has turned this program around, and, I mean, around for the better, around for the good. Coach Tommy Miller's a great guy. As Ethan's going to kick this one away. That's a deep kick. Haven't seen one deep like that. That's going to be a touchback straight to the end zone. Ethan's having a great night himself. But now the Arlington Tiger defense is going to come out. I mean, you can see Brandon out there. You can see Caden, Wade, Grant, Rip, Trey. You know, all these guys out there, they're just all together for the same purpose, and they're just going to go get that football.
Yeah, they are, and I'd love to see Brock Flint in the backfield again. You know, he's just been an issue for East's offensive line all night. And let's see if he can continue. He's playing defensive end for the Tigers tonight.
You can see Ethan Ford getting the hype up from Coach Bussey there on the sideline. Coach Bussey, you know, what a great guy. I mean, I've talked to him a few times, but, I mean, he really just loves his guys, and he's here for the right reasons.
He is.
Xavier in the backfield again. I mean, if we can see Xavier run the ball some more, I mean, that'd be great for him. But they're going to pass again. Is this 4, 5 passes in a row? He's going to get a lot of time. He's going to go across field, and that's going to be swallowed up by Caden Hendricks.
Yeah, Caden Hendricks was all over that one for about a 2, maybe 3-yard gain. And, you know, Xavier had all the time in the world in the backfield, just the receivers couldn't get open with that defensive core of Arlington.
Yeah, it looked like Caden was just waiting for the ball to go there and just smash him, you know. Talked to Caden Hendricks earlier this week. You know what he likes to do on his free time? Fishing. Loves fishing. He told me that. Fun fact. And here we go. Looks like we have a nice little 2nd and 8 here. 2nd and 6. Apologies.
You'll see the Arlington student section here again. You know,
Arlington
just
looks like they're in a little blitz here from Markham Williams. He's not going to get home because it's going to be a run play up the middle and not going to go anywhere much.
Going to get 1, maybe 2 there. Bring up a 3rd down. Bring up a 3rd down for the Mustangs. They need this first down to stay in this game. I believe the Tigers.
That's the Tigers sub Cam Nelson out there for number 26. Looks like that's going to be Aiden Jones, AJ, as they call him. Looks like the Tigers are going to be a little zone coverage here with Markham Williams as the outside linebacker. A little empty set from East. And that's going to be a speed out. Xavier's going to look for number 1 on the sidelines, and that's going to be in and out of his hands for an incomplete pass. That's going to bring up 4th down, Park.
Yeah, that is going to bring up 4th down. You know, right there, that ball was first down territory. If that ball is caught, that's first down, and East has got some passing momentum. They've been throwing the ball a lot more this half, which I love to see, but we'll see a replay here. Just a tough ball and an unfortunate drop. They needed that one.
That is unfortunate because the punt team's going to have to come out again. You know, it looks like Nelson's going to come back and receive this. We haven't seen a great punt return here with a lot of punts, but not many yards off of them. The punters have been great tonight. If you like special teams, they sure plays. As looks like Donnell's going to be up with the gunner here. As East is going to punt this away. If we can get a good punt here and put him on the Arlington side, you know, with a low snap, he's going to try and get this one away. That could be blocked, and that's going to go hardly anywhere. Might as well have gone for it. If they're going to get an Arlington roll backwards. I mean, Arlington's going to start with great field possession inside the 40-yard line. Looks like that's going to be about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, right there. You see an 11-yard punt from the East punter. You know, you don't like to see that. It was also an unfortunate roll. Rolled straight back about 5 to 10 yards, but still, we're going to see the Arlington Tigers offense come out here and see what they can do. Maybe put a couple more points on the board and maybe try to put this one away.
Oh, yeah, for sure. As the Arlington offense comes back on the field. You know, after that amazing catch by Jabari, you got to keep feeding him. I mean, if the player's hot, you got to keep giving him the ball. As Tigers going to get first down here. We've seen a lot of this motioning out to either side of the quarterback here from Brody as he's going to go up the middle, go basically nowhere.
I got you. Con. Nothing.
Looks like this is going to be second and around 10 here for the Tigers. A lot of Arlington alums in attendance tonight. We see a lot of seniors from last year, a few seniors from 2 years ago in the stands I can point out, but one big name, Mason Mullins. I mean, he was amazing for the Tigers last year. Also, the newest Arkansas State commit, or Austin P, nevertheless, Ethan Smith, he's going to go play tight end for them as Jackson is going to roll out to the Arkansas sideline. He's going to feed Grant, and it looks like that's going to get a feel on the out route, and he's going to keep going, run through a few guys. That's going to be close to a first, if not a first down.
Yeah, Grant Robertson, the senior tight end, just had a big part of tonight's game.
And here we go with the Tigers. Looks like this is going to be a first down after Grant fights forward on that one. Looks like Jabari and Willoughby on the left side, and it looks like Nelson on the right. Brody's going to motion out, and it's going to be handed off to Brody. Brody's got a lot of carries this tonight, and he's going to go up the middle for another 5 yards. We've seen that a lot tonight with that little halfback zone. You know, get 5 yards on first down and go from there. You know, we get 5 yards on first down, just make second down that much easier. As the Tigers try and find a play here. Looks like we have about 3 minutes left in this quarter. Arlington's up 10-0 again. As you see the Tiger defense there. Looks like a little confusion on the referee part there. We've seen this formation a lot from the Tigers tonight. This could be another run up the middle. It's not. He's going to drop back, and Jabari was on a zig. He calls for the ball. He gets the ball. Another reception for Jabari as he's going to catch it. Not many yards, but, you know, another catch for Jabari.
You know, Jackson, he looks a little beat up on that left ankle almost, but he had a great playmaking ability in the backfield right there. He was getting stormed at quickly.
As you can see, Jeremiah, after the play, trying to strip the ball loose, trying to get the ball back for the Mustangs. You see Dees on the sideline here. Surprised not to see him on offense, but he's doing a great job on defense. Love to see Caden Hendrick get the ball again here if he's on the field. Doesn't look like he is, but after that big catch, haven't seen him much after that, but that was a crucial part of this game.
For sure. Now we're going to have a
third down here.
Change.
Another drop back for Jackson. He's going to roll out, try to make a play. That's going to go to Brody. He's going to try and cut inside and make a juke. He's going to try and fight. It looks like he might get the first.
See where they mark this one.
Here. Looks like
that is going to be a first down. Brody with a beautiful grab there and just fight for the extra yards. That's going to be a first down, Arlington.
The chains are going to move, and that's a big one for the Tigers. This has been a long, methodical drive. I know the Mustang defense is tired right now, but I also know the Tiger offense is also just as tired. If they can get off the field with points here, you know, get a quick breather, I mean, who knows what could happen in the fourth.
For sure. See what the Tigers can do here. First down and
back to the split set in the backfield. Jabari on the left. Brody on the right. Jabari. Oh, that's not Jabari. Looks like Brody's going to go up the middle. Brody almost runs into the referee, but it looks like he's going to get a first down inside the 5-yard line. If they can just power a few more in here, it could be 17-0. We could be looking at a completely different ball game.
Brody's just been getting the rock all second half, and he has shown why. What a young man he is, and he is just
You know what I
marching
love
through
about
those
Brody?
lines. What?
Always falls forward. He's a fighter, man. As looks like the ball's going to go out. Looks like that's going to be Michael Starks. Haven't seen much of him this game, but he's going to get the ball out of the backfield there.
We got about a 2nd and 5 here, a little 2nd and goal. Maybe the Tigers can punch one in. We got 30 seconds until the end of the quarter.
Looks like Tigers are going to take this to the end of the quarter probably. I'd love to see Brody punch this one in. He's done everything this drive, and I'd love to see him get the touchdown and reward him. And with that quarter coming to an end, looks like we're going to take a break. 4th quarter coming up next on HS Tiger Life.
As a dad, every day is a challenge. To make sure that the time that I have, I spend with them. It doesn't matter how tired you are, you have to try and to teach them. When they learn something new, and you can just see in their faces, it's such an incredible moment. It's those moments that are my favorite.
It's here at Arlington Community Schools,
where we thrive on creativity. We take the scattered pieces
to build something great.
We work together to challenge ourselves
And each other, defining who we are and who we want to be.
We rely on technology to learn where we came from,
To see where we're going, we adapt.
because we know there's a world of opportunity for all
We thrive under pressure.
to make our future.
It's here at Arlington Community Schools,
where we thrive on creativity. We take the scattered pieces
to build something great.
We work together to challenge ourselves
And each other, defining who we are and who we want to be.
we rely on technology to learn where we came from,
To see where we're going, we adapt.
because we know there's a world of opportunity for all
We thrive under pressure.
to make our future great.
We are Arlington.
Think, create,
Achieve.
And here we go for the 4th quarter, 12 minutes left of football here on a nice, hot August night, Friday night. Tigers going to be on the other side of the field here for 2nd down and 5. I'd love to see Brody put this ball in here.
As you see, the whole Arlington sideline, the student section, the cheerleaders all got those 4s up to show that it's the 4th quarter in this one.
Levi Pitt back in the game. We've seen this formation. We saw Brody run behind Levi for a nice gain last quarter. If they can do that again, they might be a touchdown.
For sure. See what Brody can do here. They hand it off to him, and that is going to
They're going to give it to him. He's going to bounce right. He's going to try and fight for it, and Brody is in the end zone. Man, there's so much I can say about Mr. Brody Brandon, and he is just a fighter out there, number 21. He did everything on drive for the Tigers, and he is going to get in the end zone and reward himself.
And as you see here, you'll see some of our blue crew members running the flags down the track, showing that school spirit.
I mean, the run game for the Tigers tonight, it's been really effective. I would love to see the stats after this game on Brody.
And you'll see a replay here. Brody just breaking through tackles, getting in the end zone there. Look at him. All the team's ready, hyping him up right in the end zone.
You might look at his 5'8", 180 frame and say, can he run so over? He can. He's running eyes over left to right. He's a tackle breaker, and he's a fighter out there. As Ethan Ford kicks one through, and it's going to be 17-0 for the Tigers with 11:52 left in the 4th quarter.
And with the Tigers' offense and that run game pulling through, we're seeing a lot bigger lead starting to stretch. See if the Tigers can keep that momentum going, or the East can bounce back maybe.
You know, Brody's a small kid, but he can run someone over, man. Let me tell you. I mean, he's just out here taking people's souls.
For sure. Special teams out here. We'll see if Ethan's going to go with another squib, or is he going to put this one in the end zone again?
You can hear the band over there. They've got the theme song playing. They're ready to hype up our team. And with the 17-0 lead and our defense playing amazing, I could name so many defensive players of Arlington that are playing so great tonight. I can't even point out one because they're all doing so good.
And here we're shouting out the band.
Thanks for letting us know, Connor. Sorry, guys. And here we go. Ethan Ford's going to kick one away. Ethan with a great night tonight. He's had that blocked kick, and he did not let him affect him. After that, he hasn't had a bad kick yet.
He hasn't. We'll see if he's going to go with his squib routine, or is he going to kick this one
Last
back
one,
deep?
he kicked that one deep, but the times before that, he's had some squibs. But they were nice squibs. Ethan Ford with nice squibs. And Ethan's going to kick this one. Oh, wow.
Oh,
looks like the Tigers wanted that ball back, as they're going to let number 1 take it, but they're going to hit him pretty hard, and they're going to keep him on their side of the field around the 47-yard line.
See, they saw the hole in that special teams east side, and they wanted to kick it right in there and just barely missed it. And, you know, risk and reward, they took the risk, and they didn't quite get it.
Yeah, but with this defense and how they're playing, I'm not mad at that call. Up 17-0 on this defense. You know, I would not be surprised if they haven't given up 100 yards today. I mean, they're playing amazing.
Yeah, you know, Coach Miller, with this 17-0 lead, he's going to play risky and try to stretch this one out to put this game away.
Looks like East is just staying in the same formation. Hasn't been working all game, but, you know, if they're going to stay in it, the Tiger defense is going to keep taking advantage of their vulnerable formation. As Xavier is just going to go with the speed out, and he's just going to run himself out of bounds. You can see he's frustrated, and Grant's going to, you know.
That's going to be a 5-yard loss there. The Arlington defense has not lost their track. They have been on it all night. Still 0 points on the board.
You know, not many games end with a team with 0 points, but that just shows great defense, and this Tiger defense has shown out tonight.
That does. Arlington's defense this year is something special.
It really is. And I think before this game we were talking about, can Arlington, you know, keep them, you know, with at least as many points as possible with all those key defensive players. As Xavier drops back, and he's going to roll out. Seen a lot of rolling out from Xavier. He's going to try and get some yards here. He's just going to get pushed out of bounds.
And we'll see senior Napoleon Richardson, number 97 out there now. You know, he has just been one of the Arlington community's biggest fans. He is, they call him the Prince here of Arlington, and he just loves this community, loves the school, and he is just what school spirit's all about. And Nepo will always be a great Arlington Tiger.
And here we go. Here looks like a 3rd and long here, about 3rd and 15-ish. Another big 3rd down. I mean, we haven't seen East convert a lot of these 3rd downs. I think that's one of their big takeaways from today. They just got to, you know, come in clutch when they need to. But if they can convert this, I mean, a big long play here could keep them in the game.
Just tell you.
And here we go. Xavier's going to look right. And it looks like we're going to try and get a sack in the backfield. We can't get it there. But it looks like, yep, there goes Dees. Dees in the back with a big sack.
Back up.
And here we go. We're going to look at a few freshmen here, looking up to some upperclassmen for some big, big support. Here we go.
Practice when in middle school, you just like do like one thing all practice and.
Definitely the kids you see, you know, there's like grown men instead of like little kids.
As we saw there, 2 of our key freshmen on this freshman team will be huge people in about 3 years for this Arlington football team.
For sure. As you see the sack there from Dees, I mean, it just set up a long punt in their own sideline as East is going to take a timeout there. Oh, yep, East is going to take a timeout there. They might even think about going for this down 17.
We're just going to give Arlington another defensive breather, the last thing East wants them to have.
And with that timeout there, we're going to go take a little break here. We'll be back for the end of the 4th quarter after this short break.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
And now we got the punt team back for East, and we'll see how far he can get this one away.
And so many punts today. I mean, it's been unreal special teams game.
And a much better punt there, and that one is going to be returned. Oh, is he going to get free? And still a great return.
Looks
Didn't
like he's
quite
going to get to
free.
Arlington's side. I mean, Arlington's going to start off with great field position again. I think that's been another key point of the game. Arlington hasn't had to go far for their touchdowns. I mean, a good 40 yards and they're in field goal range.
Yeah, Jackson Lyons back on the field here. We'll see. And here we see the replay of that. He tries to get outside, realizes it's not there, so he cuts back in, and he just gets a couple more yards of advantage.
I'd love to see another touchdown here and just put this game away. Another touchdown or even a field goal here, and this game is probably over. Looks like it's going to be a 1st and 10 around the 44-yard line. It's going to be an empty set with Jackson in the background. Jackson's played amazing this game. I have so many great words to say about him. It's going to be a sweep with Mr. Starks there. And Jackson's going to keep this ball, trying to get outside. He cannot get outside. That's going to be a big TFL of around 10 or 11 there. Looks like we have an injured player from East.
And that's number 48. He also loses helmet on the play. Looks like his knee just got landed on. I think he's going to be okay to keep going.
His teammates help him up there.
Yeah, Jackson tried to get outside there, just couldn't quite get it. Got him by the jersey. Great tackle by
Mr.
48.
48. And it looks like he's going to get subbed out there after getting a big...
Lost his helmet. It's got to come out for a play.
Yep, that is how football works. And I love to see Caden Hendricks back in this game. I mean, Mr. Hendricks had that great catch in the earlier parts of this game. Love to see him make a big play here. As Jackson's going to look his way. He's going to sit down on a little sit-drop route there. That's going to be around 12 yards. And it's going to be a 3rd and shorter, about 3rd and 7 for the Tigers.
And you were just talking about Caden Hendricks as he makes a nice grab towards the ground. Low ball by Jackson Lyons, but I think that's where it was intended to be. And you see the replay here. Low ball, and Caden Hendricks just there with 2 defenders on him. Great pass, great catch.
Caden Hendricks, I was talking to him before the game. I said to him, what gets you hyped for these games? He told me, K-pop. I know.
That is something I have never heard, I don't believe.
I know. He told him it gets him the jitters out of him and really energetic.
And that's great to hear. Everyone's got their superstition, and if that's his, great to be, because this Tiger team has came out to play tonight.
As Jackson's going to take the gun back in. It looks like it's going to be a little offsides on the Mustangs part there.
We got a false start by the Tigers. That's going to move us 5 yards back.
You're right. That was on the Tigers. That's going to move him back for a 3rd down and about 14 there.
3rd and 14. Got to see the Tigers pass the ball here. They don't want to punt this ball away. They could put this game away. They want to get in 4th down range at least.
We were talking about superstitions. Parker, what's one of your superstitions?
One of my superstitions is definitely I have a peace sign on a golden chain, and I love to wear it everywhere.
Really? As Jackson drops back, and he's going to get swarmed by East defenders, but he's going to make a play. And, I mean, this is why they call him Little Patrick Mahomes. He's going to fight for it. Turns the TFL into a big gain. Looks like that's going to be about 13 yards. They're going to be close. They could go for this, Park.
Oh, for sure. I would see the offense staying out there. Jackson Lyons, he was getting touched about 5 yards back in the backfield. But he'll make a play. Oh, yeah, he'll make a play, and he gets about 12 of those. We got about a 4th and about 3, it looks like. See if the Tigers can 4th and 4, and we'll see if the Tigers can push this one across.
They're going to go for it with the split set. They're going to try and hop them off sides. I don't know if Mr. Ford can make this one, but it's going to be a close one if he can.
I think they definitely punt before a field goal, but he's going to drop back.
And he's going to try and hit Rip Pittman, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Tigers. Move those chains.
Yeah, Rip Pittman there, another senior receiver, great player for the Tigers, and that's a great catch to move the chains.
I mean, we've seen Rip on the defense side of the ball, but on the offensive side of the ball, not much, but that was a big clutch catch.
Yeah, as you see there, that's just a great ball and a great catch. Jackson Lyons is just proving more and more how this is his job.
Oh, yeah, and I wouldn't want anyone else's job for this to be. I mean, Jackson has really proved himself in these last 2 games, and he's done really good. I'd love to see the stats of this game. As the Tigers are going to have a 1st down here. Now we're looking more like Ethan's range here. This would be a deep one for him, but I know he can hit it.
Yeah, but we got 1st down. I'd love to see the Tigers move at least the chains one more time to get Ethan in just very comfortable range.
And the East defense is tired right now, but so is the Arlington offense as they're going to hand this one off to Brody. Brody's going to drag a guy off his back, and that's going to be a flag on someone there. We'll wait and see this call. But, Brody, 160 pounds, but he runs like he's 250.
Yeah, Brody, he has been dominant all night. I didn't get to see much of him last night. He split the time, but it's not as much as I've got to see. I think I saw all I need to see tonight. Brody is just a great halfback.
Just dragging one of the East defenders off of his back.
And that's going to be a hold, it looks like. A great run by Brody, but sometimes you can't always get it.
Jeremiah Evans has really been a key factor for for the Mustangs tonight, but it looks like the Tigers have found a way to stop them. And you know what's been a big part of the second half? The O-line of the Tigers, they've been playing so much better.
Yeah, we were talking about the O-line in that first quarter, and into that second quarter, the O-line was struggling to get the run game going, but this half, it looks like they've got that energy in them, and they are ready to play.
Yep, Brody's still in the backfield. I mean, he has had so many reps tonight. Looking like Chris McCaffrey is what I would call him. They're going to look for Starks there. Jackson delivers a great ball down the inside hash, and Starks is going to get the first down.
Yeah, Starks, you were saying we hadn't seen much from him. That's about 3 catches tonight. And another key note I'd like to point out is we were really speaking highly on Jeremiah Evans in that first quarter, and I think the offense, or the Tigers' offensive line's main goal was to stop him, and I haven't seen much from him this half. Maybe he'll turn that around, maybe he won't. Maybe the offensive line can keep on churning.
Michael Starks there, you know what they call him? They call him the Hammerhead. You know, that's just a nickname they don't give out. And here are some future Tiger Life web quests. You know, September 6th, we have our big rival game, Bartlett versus Arlington. September 15th, you'll have me and Parker back with the Collierville game, as Jackson's going to hand this one off to Starks. Starks is going to go up the middle for a few yards there.
And as you see, Jackson, he did.
Tell us when you put those up.
You know, Jackson there with a fake pass, you know, that'll always get him. I saw 2 defensive linemen come into the backfield storming when the ball was in front of him. Wow, what a play by Jackson.
Love to see the Hammerhead get the ball after that big catch. Love to see them just feed the guys that are hot.
I love that as well. Brody back in the backfield, and we got Jabari back on the field in the red zone. Last time we were around here, he made a wonderful catch in the end zone. Maybe we'll give the ball back to him. What are you thinking, Nathan?
I think that's a great idea. I mean, as I was saying, Jabari on a little corner route. If we had a little hook and corner here, Jabari could get space. Jabari's going to be running a slant there, but Brody's going to go up the middle. Big body, big boy. He's going to go down to the 2-yard line. This Brody Brandon kid, keep him on your watch, guys, because next year and even this year, he's going to be a menace. As they go hurry up here, Brody's on the left. Jackson's behind the center. And he's going to give it to him again. Brody's going to try and push. Brody's going to get in the end zone for a second time tonight. Brody Brandon, guys. And the Tigers are going to go up 23-0. I mean, what's there more to say about this kid?
You know, Brody, after that big run to get down to the 1-yard line, you know, they just have to let him punch it in after that if they don't let him punch it in. And here you'll see the student section. That's senior Jack Pitts running the train up. We got Luke McBride, we got Jade Morales, we got Jack Hibbert just leading that student section as seniors, as their job is. That's our blue crew.
As Ethan Ford's going to try and stay hot today, he's going to put this one through the uprights, looks like. Yep, that's good. 24-0 with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The Tigers have really turned up the second half. Behind the back of Brody Brandon.
You know, it looks like with 4 minutes left, the Tigers have just put this game on ice. I mean, you never know, but I would say they put this on ice. And East, you know, just as a morale booster, they want to put some points on the board just to get out of here without that shutout.
That would be big. And I mean, everyone watching at home, this has been a great game tonight. We've enjoyed having all of you tune in. We would like to thank all of our film crew for helping us out tonight.
We have plenty of members out here tonight, including ourselves, and you know, it's a great environment.
It really is. We had a lot of fun tonight. Thank you, everyone, for showing up and
tuning
in. Great night. The Tigers are just jumping around. They're playing jump around up here, and it's just a great night to be in A-Town. Looks like the Tigers are going to start off 2-0.
All right.
What'd you say?
Yeah, I got it.
And here we go. Ethan's going to kick another one away. Let's see what he does here. And he's going to boot it all the way over the
that's
head.
Gonna get, and he's going to try to catch that. Wow.
And he touched it, which means it's a playing ball.
And how...
looks like they're going to call that one a touchback.
I definitely thought I saw hands on that, but the refs do have a better view of us, and maybe he did not get his hands on that. We never know.
As we see right here, looks like he got some hands on it, but as it runs into the back of the end zone, it's going to be called a touchback.
You see Ethan Ford getting hyped up by all his coaches. I mean, he has put 2 balls in the end zone and had just great kicks all night.
Here we go. I mean, we've got some guys out there that are just playing like dogs. Markham Williams, to be example, one of them. I mean, he's just out there, being the guy he is. He's that stand-up guy that's going to help his teammates out. And he's going to be a player on the field that's going to make a difference.
For sure, Nathan, I agree.
Is Heron still in the backfield there? Is that Heron?
It looks like it. I'm telling you, that East offense wants to put points on the board. They don't want to leave here with a shutout. They've struggled against Arlington every time they've played them, but they want to put points on this board.
Heron's going to try and toss this one again. I mean, when he's rolling out, it's not been a good recipe for success for them when he's rolling out.
It's tough to throw on the run with this Arlington defense getting to the backfield immediately. There's just no time to make throws and read your options.
Oh, for sure. And when he's rolling out, I think his completion percentage has gone down by a good 80 points.
Yeah, I agree there, Nathan. As you'll see, the Mustang offense lining up for a 2nd and 10.
Another empty backfield here. I'd love to see Heron take this ball as it's going to be a screen over there, and that's going to be dropped. But it looks like it's going to be blown dead as it's going to be dropped by the Mustangs to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, this Arlington sideline is just something else. And you'll see number 69 there, Sean Thorpe, going into the game. He's a big senior. He is a big guy, and he is ready to put his damage on there.
They've got him down at 5'7", 310. Big boy going up there to stuff up the O-line. As the Mustangs come out here for 3rd down, they can get a 1st down here. The Tigers, if they get the ball back, probably going to try and run this game out. What was that? As they're going to motion number 1 over. Heron's going to drop back. He's going to rotation out. Looks like it's going to be an option play. It's going to option out to the halfback. Still going to get swarmed up. A little short of the 1st down. Look at this. It's going to be 4th down.
And here you'll see the replay of the option. And that's just really greatly executed.
As East is going to bring on the punt team again. East's punter has got so much playing time tonight, it's surreal. Dees looks like he's a little confused coming out of the game.
You see a timeout here.
With a timeout called, looks like that's going to be by the Tigers. That's also break.
And here's the play of the game by Jabari Ellis with a deep ball in the end zone, and what a catch. We talked about this player earlier, but he is just a great impacted halfback that plays more of a receiver role in this offense. Jabari, look at him getting hype after the touchdown, acting like it's no big deal, but he is a problem.
I couldn't think of a better play than that. That might be a top 10 player of the weekend.
And Jabari last week, he had 99 receiving yards. He also ran for about 25. Didn't get many touches behind the backfield, but when he did, he made them count. And on the receiving end, he led the team in receiving yards. With the team only having 120, he had 99 of them. Jabari is just a wonderful player for this Tiger offense.
He really is. I'd like to see more out of Don Polk from the Mustangs. Haven't seen him tonight, but he's going to be a sophomore for the Stangs here, and he's going to, supposed to be one of their guys.
They're going to punt this one away.
This one, that looks like a little knuckleballer, and it's going to get looks like that's going to get the Arlington roll with the backspin. They're going to be around the 50-yard line.
They're going to be at the 48, and I think the Tigers got time to put one more touchdown on the board. They want to. They want to get all the momentum rolling into next week that they can, because we got Whitehaven next week, and they have a great squad. We want all the momentum we can rolling into that.
Yeah, we're trying to beat down a dead horse here, but with 3 minutes on the clock, what can we really do? We're going to try and run this game out. We're trying to come out here with a win and trying to come out here with as much damage we can deal.
Yeah, the Arlington coaching staff and the players, they knew they were the better team, but coming into this, but with that struggled first half, I bet it had them worried. But after the first half, now the second half is gone. They've put up 3 touchdowns already. This Arlington offense has came to play the second half, as we were saying they needed to do after the first.
That is really true. It looks like Jackson Lyons has been subbed out of this game. Looks like the backup quarterback is coming in. It looks like they're just going to run it. Is that going to be Pitt? Looks like Pitt's going to run into his own guy. That is going to be Levi Pitt.
And Patrick Sadler, the backup QB, is a sophomore, great player for this Arlington offense. And he's going to have the shoes when Jackson leaves. We know we have Jackson, and it looks like East player thought he had the ball, but the referees are saying no, not today. So Arlington's going to have it back, and we'll see what Patrick can do here.
Looks
with
like
Levi
Pitt was down before that ball was loose.
We'll see Levi back in the backfield.
I think we're going to have a running clock here with 2 minutes left. You know, with the score of 24-0, I really think we're just trying to put this game away. Coach isn't trying to run the score up. Looks like Pitt's going to get a few carries, and looks like this game's going to be run down real short. Looks like all the starters there with their helmets off, congratulating each other as Pitt's going to run through a guy in the first down.
That's going to
Pitt doesn't want this game to be over. He's going to keep fighting. Pitt's going to get the most of his opportunities tonight.
Oh, yeah, he is. You know, as a backup, when you get your chance, you want to prove what you have, and Levi wants to do that right now in this final 1 minute and 30 seconds. We'll see what he can do tonight.
You know a big guy that we've seen a lot of tonight? On the O-line, Jeremiah Logan. I mean, he's been one of the key players holding down that D-line.
Jeremiah Logan he is a senior here. He's been playing all 4 years at Arlington and just a great competitor on that Arlington defensive squad.
Oh, for sure. There's so many key players tonight that I don't even think we can point out one. The player of the game next week might go to the whole team.
Yeah, I mean, just a wonderful performance by this Arlington team. We'll see what all they have left in the store, but I think we're going to run this game out and give the Arlington the win tonight.
Looks like it after this timeout here. It's like 1:35 left on the clock with 1st and 10. We might be able to kneel this one out if they're going to call their timeouts.
And here we got our next live stream. It's Bartlett High School, September the 8th at 7 o'clock. We will be back, and, you know, Bartlett, a huge rival of Arlington. It's going to be a really good game. Definitely should tune in and check that game out.
Yeah, for sure. The Tigers got Whitehaven at Whitehaven next week. You can't film that one. But, you know, if the Tigers can come into Bartlett 3-0, they're going to be hot. And I know Bartlett's got a good squad, but we can be hot and we can keep rolling.
I agree there, Nathan. You know, Arlington, you know, we lost a lot of seniors and didn't have a lot of hopes for the season. But, you know, with these 2 opening wins, pretty good wins, I'm excited to see what this Tiger team has left them in the season.
Looks like it's going to be another run to Pitt here. It is going to be up the middle, and Pitt's going to try and get this one. I mean, Pitt's a big boy. We got him listed here. Levi Pitt at about 5'10", 205. That's a good, about 20 pounds and 2 inches taller than Mr. Brody, but he runs like a bus, and so does Brody, let me tell you. You know, Mr. Brody Brandon here, they call him in the streets, they call him Biscuit. That's what they call him. I mean, I would call him the bus. You know, it looks like Jerome Bettis out there for the people out there. Man, I haven't seen him.
And here you'll see the Arlington offense with 50 seconds on the clock. You know, they're just going to run this one out, I believe.
And there's going to be a flag. I think that's going to be on East. Looks like East is just giving up at this point. I see Jabari's dad down there. It must be a proud dad after that big catch.
And with the jersey on the back, you know, you love to see that.
Love to see him repping his son.
Yeah, you do. And Arlington, we got 43 seconds here. What we got here? We have a flag. Might have had a flag there.
Arlington could score another if they wanted, I feel, but looks like they're just going to run this out.
We got a first down here. See Arlington just going to run the clock out. Hand the ball back to Levi, see what he can do. And, I mean, that's going to be another flag. I think I got a holding there, but Levi Pitt still breaking tackles.
I really want to know what Coach Miller told this team at halftime, because they really showed out. Put up 21 points after the half. Must have been a really good speech.
For sure. I think the offensive line is the biggest key of this second half. The offensive line struggled in the first half, and this second half, Arlington has been running the ball all over East tonight, and I'm really glad to see that Coach Miller has got that into his guys, that they need to be doing that all game. If they do that all game, this score's 50-0, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, Park. As the Tigers, looks like they need one more play to finish this one out with a good 20 seconds on the clock.
And are we going to go into victory formation here, or are we going to run one? What are
I
you
think
thinking?
we give the ball to Pitt one more time, see what he's got.
I agree. And
it looks like they are going to go to the split formation.
Are we going to hand it off
with
here?
7 seconds. This will be the last play of the game. And they are going to give it to Pitt. Pitt's going to try and go
back,
out.
And Pitt's outside. And
Is Pitt going to go?
Pitt's going to get all the way
Pitt's
down
going to get all the way down
6.
to inside the 10. And Pitt's going to end this game off. That's going to be game. Park, it's been a great night with you, sir.
24-0, the Tigers take this one over the East Mustangs, and East has still yet to beat Arlington ever since they have played each other. And here we're going to shake hands. You'll see the Tigers running off the field, just happy about a wonderful win tonight.
Great win from Coach Tommy Miller and Coach Bussey there, alongside Coach Lloyd and Coach Nelson. I mean, they all did great. They all did their parts, and the kids, they just followed up and did what they're told.
Oh yeah, and you'll see Coach Coburn and Coach Fox on the sideline over there. This is a big program for Arlington and a big win.
As the Tigers shake hands here and end this game off, 24-0. Big win for the Tigers. We're going to start off 2-0 for the first time since 2017. Big accomplishment for all the boys, as you see.
And after a 2-0 start, and you haven't had it since 2018, we did make the playoffs that year. We have not made the playoffs in the past years, and we are really looking to make the playoffs this year and make a good run with this Arlington squad.
I really think they can do it. We're behind the back of Brody and behind the back of Jabari. I really think we can do it, as you're going to see right here. Brody Brandon just fighting off guys with a little juke and running over
there we go.
in the end zone. He's a big boy.
And that team is always hype after a nice touchdown. And here you'll just see, them. They want a circle in the middle. What are we doing here? A little tradition for Arlington. You'll see East heading off the field, meeting in the end zone. Tough night for East, but there's always next week. Arlington hopefully can carry it on to next week. See what happens.
Is he going to video of us?